start streaming. Let's go. Let's make sure it's working. Because that one time it did not work. Ah, my headphones are shedding. The vinyl is coming off. This sticky vinyl. Okay, it visually is working. Is sound working? Sound check. Sound check, husband. Sound is working. Okay, yay, sound is working. Good. We are good. Time to play! Let's romance somebody who is not a computer this time. Because, oh boy, is that awkward. Stage of some of our dearest summers back when we were young and unafraid. I mean, in your 20s is very young and unafraid. Some of the stupidest people I have known have been 20-somethings. Ah! There. I brushed some flaking... The vinyl is flaking off of my headphones. And I brushed it off of my keypad. And accidentally did a weird 3-screen thing. Anyways, I don't think that did anything on the what you guys see end. Yes, summer is magic and drunk. I'm gonna be... Ooh, that's right. Ooh, that's right. I can switch it up a little bit. Wait, what? I can be Zoe? I can be Bob the Blob? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Pumpkin chick. Oh, that's giving me flashbacks to Romancylvania. Sure, I'll be... Ooh, let's call her Aria today, because I feel like it. Aria! Go!
This'll be fun!
Okay, what do I want in my pack? 50 pounds of crosswords. Cursed pen! I want the cursed pen. She is a zombie. She needs canned brains. Ooh, pinata pool toy? Iron Maiden sleeping bag? Flashback light? Blade. It's a blade with a knife on it! I'm gonna do the pinata pool toy because I can. That sounds fun. Pinata pool toy! One might say that the monster prom had hardened us on the highs and lows of love. Camp can do that to ya. But no, in love we're always absolute beginners, it's true. And summer camp was no different. No one talked about it, but the idea of a summer love loomed over our heads. It always does. Man, the stories I could tell about having crushes at scout camp. There was somebody different every summer. I only dated one of them. That was interesting. See, close to the last day of camp, there was a meteor shower just 5 weeks away. Everyone knew that if you were into someone, you were going to watch that thing together. So, a silent yet powerful pressure invaded us. It was the monster prom all over again. Which is great, because you'd think that if you succeeded at the monster prom, you would already have a significant other, but no. No. Even going to prom together is not a guarantee that things will work out. 6 coolest people on the bus. Joy Johnson Jojima. She is Jojojo. Yes, please chill after saving the world. Bharavi Mishra, a hot-headed adventurer possessed by a curse who had turned out to be the most annoying roommate ever. I don't know, Hex is kind of cool. Calculester Hewlett-Packard, version 1.1. I think he was version 1.0 before. Now he's version 1.1. Ooh. Dahlia, buff blue demon and warmonger who had set her sights on conquering summer next. Damien Lovey, fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Also, he's rabid. He's a little rabid right there with the drooling and all. And Milo Belladonna. Death Reaper doubling as an internet influencer and who was profoundly in love with life and all its earthly pleasures. Like fashion. Look at that coat. He is fabulous. Last trip was long and all of summer could be shaped by the first step well taken. It all came down to breaking the ice and causing a good impression with the right person. Okay. What's your main goal at summer camp? Mascarpone. Be the very best at survival to earn all the monster scat badges. To improve my understanding of living things. No. To level up as a person. Left alone just for once. That's joy, I think. What's mascarpone? Nick, do you know? Me neither. I don't know what mascarpone is. Let's try it. Milo! Arya, are you also seeking to invite mascarpone into your life? Well, you are a woman after my own heart, I suppose. Mascarpone speaks to my soul more than any other man, woman, or cheese ever has. It's cheese. It's cheese. It's fancy cheese. Is it Italian cheese? Or it is Italian cheese? But perhaps cheese isn't the only thing worth looking forward to at camp this summer, though only time will tell if my hunch is correct. Duckface! We only have 5 weeks left to woo our crushes and conquer their hearts. We were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go! Swimming! Yay! Look at how cute she is! She's adorable! While looking around the lake for a private place to take a pee, you find a treasure map buried in the sand. I, too, would wind up finding something buried while trying to take a pee, because finding a place to pee where nobody can walk up on you in the woods is very difficult at a place like camp. For the guys, it's easy. For the girls, not so much. It leads to an X in the center of the lake. You gather a crew of trusted friends, don your eye patch, and sail out there to find the booty. When you arrive, you find a tiny island with a single palm tree. You dig up a box that says open in case of a very boring day. You open the box and find +2 fun! Arr! I like this plan. Later, you're wandering through camp looking for Milo. Your therapist said you need to spend some time contemplating mortality, so hanging out with a Reaper counts, right? Oh, hey. I'd love to chat, bae, but I've got a gig. Actually, why don't you come along? It's a lovely day for a reaping, and you'd get the privilege of watching me work. Heck yeah. Watching Milo lead his soul into the afterlife? That's gotta count as emotional reflection. You follow Milo to a rotting corpse where the soul awaits. Hello, little soul. I'm Death, but you can just call me Milo. Here's the bad news. You're dead. But the good news is, I'm going to take you to the afterlife. Let's go. You, Death, you have come for me. First, you must listen to my tale. 'Tis a tale of woe, a strife of courtly ambitions, for I was the Grand Maester to the Mer-King. Ugh, another dead person with a tale. They always want to tell you a tale. People just don't respect a Reaper's time nowadays, you know? Ugh, go ahead, I suppose. I served the venerable Mer-King as Grand Maester. Days ago, the Mer-King was attacked in his sleep. He survived but became obsessed with the idea that the attack had been a coup. He killed me in his paranoia. But I saw the attack with my own eyes. The Mer-King was not a victim of a coup d'etat. He was attacked by a vicious beast with the strength of 100 warriors. The beast, 'twas a doggish thing and covered in the thickest fur, and it pissed all over the king's chamber. The room was positively drenched. Strangely enough, the beast seemed to be rather enjoying itself, barking and laughing, and I heard tell that it was goaded on by a mysterious specter. Well, that's another mystery, and to this day I wonder if— Wait! Are you even listening to me? This story is gripping! You should be paying attention! Oh, of course I wasn't listening. That story was way beyond my attention span. I was trying to figure out why I can't download your soul to my soul transporter app. That's weird. What if I change the setting? Oh, no. Oh, goodness, no. This better not be what I think it is. Hey, Grand Maester, by any chance, did you ever trade your soul to a demon? Trade my soul to a demon? I don't recall. I might have. It sounds like something I would do, but I can't recall the demon. The soul belongs to me, baby! Get ready for an eternity of Dahlia! 4 years ago, I made a deal with that guy. He swore that I could have his soul when he died for the low price of 4 elf-themed pogs. You know, pogs. Remember pogs, you guys? Oh my goodness, I had pogs as a kid. They were Apollo 13 pogs. They came in a spaceship! They came in an Apollo 13 spaceship container. My whole family were nerds. I was also very little, but yeah, that is the most 90s thing ever. We had Apollo 13 pogs. My husband thinks this is hilarious because he's old enough to remember playing with pogs. I didn't know there was a game. I just knew that they were cool and we had them. I'm pretty sure that my mom bought those pogs for herself, but who knows? We wound up with playing with them all the time. Oh yes, it's all coming back to me now. Great to see you again, Dahlia. I forgot I traded away my soul, but I never forgot those kickin' Alf pogs. They were so sweet. Ah, such nice pogs. I was entertained by them for like 4 weeks, and then the next trend came and I forgot about them, but it was totally worth trading my soul. OMG, the shenanigans. I can barely cope. Dahlia, I need you to relinquish this soul so I can take it to the afterlife. I refuse to let this affect my rating. Sorry, Milo. I traded 4 whole pogs for that soul. I'm not giving it up unless you give me something better. I'm making a soul army, and he's gonna be my first soldier. Soldier. Crap, looks like Milo needs to wrestle this soul from Dahlia's demonic grip. Bargain with Dahlia and get this sexy Reaper and the recently deceased soul that they deserve. Why worry about one pathetic little soul when you can trade it for an entire soul album? How about 20 elf pogs? Make it rain pogs in here. Do I have more pogs? An entire soul album? Whoa! That's gotta contain like 30 or 40 souls at least! Let me see it. You whip out one of the 40 Aretha Franklin CDs that you literally always carry with you. You grab your fave album, Who's Zoomin' Who, and hand it over to Dahlia. Whoa, it's heavy. I can really feel all the souls inside. Wait, who's Aretha Franklin? Some sort of soul harvester? Yep, she's a legendary soul harvester among Reapers. That's why everyone calls her the Queen of Soul. I love how he's just going along with it. My goodness. Wait, the Queen of Soul? Shouldn't it be Queen of Souls if she harvested a ton of souls? Oh wait, I think I get it. She probably just harvested one huge, powerful soul, right? Sure, yeah, definitely. And you know how souls are. They vary in size and power and combine and recombine. It's all a mess, but Aretha really whipped them into shape. That totally makes sense! In that case, I'm not going to stick with one measly loser soul when I can have this whole album by the Queen of Soul herself! Let's trade! Long live Aretha! Dahlia hands over the Grand Maester's soul. Milo pops it in their Ives St. Laurent soul-reaping tote. And you two enjoy a nice stroll while leading the soul to the afterlife. Since you helped them finish this gig so quickly, you two take the extra time to sit on a cliff and hold hands. It's romantic AF. This atmosphere, it's calm, quiet, beautiful. I can feel myself blooming, you know. I'm happy as a peony in spring, and the sunset is particularly emotional today. I'm gonna check something really quick, make sure this is still working. Okay, good, it's still working. I shifted my microphone, and sometimes that makes it not work anymore. I didn't shift it far enough that it didn't work, which is good.
We should do a collab.
Thanks for your help with the gig, Aria. I don't know what I would have done if Dahlia had kept that soul, but you were right there when I needed you, weren't you? You slowly pull out your Walkman and lean in for the ultimate romantic move, sharing earbuds with your crush. Milo hesitates, but accepts the left earbud. That's the horniest one. Wow, she really was the Queen of Soul, huh? I'm just happy that you always carry all these Aretha Franklin albums around with you. They really come in handy. You spend the rest of the afternoon listening to music with Milo. It's tranquil and rejuvenating. Plus, Aretha's high notes are so powerful they give you 2 charm and a fun. I got more charm and fun. Woo, 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 woo.
A new day, a new adventure.
I can't just stay in camp. Let's go to the woods. Ooh, mushrooms. While you're hiking through the woods, you find a little clearing with a beautiful blue pond. There's a very handsome man staring deeply into the... Oh, it's Narcissus. You swipe his wallet while he's not looking and find out his name is Narcissus. He is not an organ donor. And he is 1 punch away from getting a free smart water at 7-Eleven. Well, he's definitely not going to be using that anytime soon. You head to the gas station and gain +2 smarts from your smart water. I wish it worked like that. I'd be a genius by now. Later, you're super excited. You found a package of weird cookies by your tent, and you're about to dig in. Heck yeah, cookies!
Fancy meeting you here.
Well, well. If it isn't Aria. Put down those dog treats, darling. I need your assistance with a job. Help me out, and I promise to make it worth your while. Milo just saved you from eating literal dog food, so you figure you owe them one. And besides, you'll do anything for the sexy Reaper. You agree to help with the gig. Milo leads you to a corpse with a soul floating over it. Wow, I guess souls are just like glowing balls that float. And people can just see them? Good to know. Maybe it's because I'm a zombie. Oh, aren't you an adorable little soul? Hello, hello, dear. My name is Milo. I'm Death, obviously. The soul responds, Hail and well met. I am the master of peasant torture for my divine sovereign, the Mer-King. If memory serves, the Mer-King chopped off my head. Yep, you're super dead. I'm here to take you to the afterlife. Aren't you a lucky soul, You could have ended up with one of those less fashionable Reapers. I suppose. I just never thought that my life would be cut so short, so soon. And the circumstances of my death, so tragic, so murderous, so headless. I shall tell you both the tale. One night the Mer-King suffered a strange, violent attack on his life. He thought the attack was a coup, orchestrated by his small council. Huh, a coup? The Mer-King? This is all sounding strangely familiar. Keep going, darling. I am officially curious. And thus the Mer-King killed us all in a blind rage, but I saw the attack with my own eyes. 'Twas no coup! Rather, it was an attack committed by a strange hot ghost and some kind of hairy dogman. The ghost and the dog snuck into the Mer-King's chamber and glued a single golden coin to his floor. The Mer-King bent down to pick up the coin, but he couldn't grasp it. He looked quite the dunce, I assure you. And while he was struggling to pick up the coin, the ghost dropped an anvil on his head. A nerve! What? Some Looney Tunes crap going on here. Ah, wow, yes, what a tragic, horrible, violent prank. I mean, attack. What mischievous friends. But despite the tragedy of my death, I see now what a precious gift life has been. I only wish that I had lived it more fully, more boisterously.
Life is a gift.
So true. Babe, I love your attitude. It's so rare to meet a soul that appreciates life. After all, life is like a river, and we're all just paper lanterns floating along it. Truly. Look, I even made a bucket list containing the 246 things I wanted to do before I died. What a tragedy that I did not complete even a single item from this list. Oh, darling, really? Not even a single item? I really shouldn't do this, but I'm such a natural empath I can't resist. I'm going to bend the rules just this once. Before I take you to the afterlife, you can pick one item off your list, and Aria and I will help you complete it. Aye, thank you. Thank you, gorgeous and elegant angel of death, but oh, which shall I choose? Which? You take a look at the bucket list and you see it! The perfect bucket list item to finish off this reaping gig and impress Milo while you're at it. Suggest it, baby! You gotta go meta here. Choose bucket list item number 122, cross something off my bucket list. There's only one thing on this bucket list worth doing. Pick bucket list item number 46, become immortal. Oh no, cross something off my bucket list. Huh, actually that's very doable. If I understand the logic correctly, then we could just cross this item off the list. The snake eats itself. But there's something I still don't get. Why did you put cross something off the bucket list on the list itself, hon? Oh, to be honest, I made that bucket list with the best of intentions, but I never truly devoted any time or energy to completing the things I wanted to do. I thought that maybe I had been too ambitious and that adding an achievable, realistic goal would help me build up some momentum. Funny to think that I died before achieving even my most modest goal. Procrastination at its finest, I suppose. OMG, I totally get it. I'm a bit of a procrastinator myself. I was supposed to take you to the afterlife like 3 days ago, but life gets in the way. Babe, as a fellow procrastinator, you've totally inspired me. Let's just forget about this list for a minute. You're a fresh, vibrant soul. You're here with the best Reaper in the industry, and Arya, who's dumb but very cute. Let's go do something fun together right now. We'll worry about checking crap off that list after we've enjoyed each other's company. You, Milo, and the Soul proceed to have the greatest day ever! You carpe the crap out of this DM. You ride jet skis. You drunkenly share life stories with each other. And you finish off the day with the ultimate celebration of being alive, going to a janky amusement park. After a literally perfect day, you and Milo drop off the Soul at the afterlife.
Thank you, Milo, thank you. This is the best day ever. Can't believe how much cotton candy Arya ate. Contemplate it for eternity.
Ah, what a sweetie. A nice day. Mortals have so few days, you know. Happy that we made good use of this one. Wait, oh my gosh, wait, we never crossed anything off that sweet soul's bucket list. I'm dead! That unbelievable procrastinating rascal, lol. It's for the best, though. After all, life isn't about crossing things off of a list. It's about grasping the present moment like a fragile bird in the palm of your hand.
You're killing it.
I know you get just what I mean, darling. Thanks for being my little helper. I wouldn't settle for anyone less. Aww. Milo has filled you with a lust for life and a lust for Milo. Your powerful urges give you +3 boldness. Carpe diem, baby. Ghost stories! Milo, darling. Milo's doing their usual review of today's engagement with their Instagram posts. Calculester is peering at their phone interestedly. This should be good. So you say that these likes are necessary to your health and well-being? Do they provide sustenance of some kind?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Well, they sustain me spiritually in a way. The more likes I have, the better I feel, and the better the world becomes. It is a biopsychological need, then, to know and be known. I am comforted that once again logic has proven that everything can be boiled down to a science. I have read that other pack animals like corvids experience a similar social drive phenomenon. Do corvids have Instagram? Wait, no, Instagram isn't a science. Curating aesthetically pleasing selfies and pairing them with poetic phrases of inspirational genius is a very delicate art form that science could never hope to explain. That's why I am an expert in my field, darling. It's hard to be the bard. But, friend Milo, because Instagram is a computer-based application, wouldn't it follow that it is rooted in science? Instagram isn't used on computers, darling. It's almost entirely exclusive to smartphones. Is that a microaggression? Smartphones are computers too. They're merely young upstarts with smaller, sleeker appearances. They are young upstarts! I apologize, darling. You're right. I should be promoting technological body positivity. I'll post about it right now. My demographic would love it. Actually, after doing a quick algorithmic scan of all 1.2 billion Instagram accounts worldwide, I have scientifically concluded that the most fleek subject you could post is 3 iguanas in Birkenstocks reading Eat, Pray, Love. What? No, your scientific method clearly doesn't work. Art, you see, is like an eggplant. Okay, neither of these nerds are getting anywhere fast. You can end the debate on whether or not Instagram is a science or an art form. Milo, you're saying no with your words, but yes with your IG profile. While we were talking, you just went and posted the iguana thing. Or, Calculester, there are lots of things science is unable to explain, like Instagram, the nature of consciousness, and how I feel about Milo. An interesting thought, Arya, but still not entirely accurate. Instagram is scientifically provable to be useful for talking about iguanas, the nature of consciousness resides in organic brain chemistry, and your feelings for Milo are characterized by an increased heart rate, followed by a rush of endorphins that causes dizziness and slight nausea. I believe that your organics refer to this as sexual attraction, more colloquially known as a crush or puppy love amongst youths. Either that or you have dysentery.
Hey, darling.
Oh, Calculester, darling, at least warn Arya before you put her on blast like that. And in defense of her obvious crush on me, those may be the chemical processes by which attractions occur, but why do they occur?
Every moment is beautiful.
Can you scientifically explain the burning passion that lives in her heart? nay, the world's heart when it lays eyes on me. Well, when you crunch the data, darling, this is why you fail to understand the organic experience. You miss the true magic of love and life by constantly using numbers and chemicals to explain things. Sometimes the connections between friends and sweethearts should be cherished, not quantified. Ah, I see. Thank you for the advice, friend Milo and friend Arya. I shall increase my unquantifiable cherishment of you both by a factor of 17. You're doing it again, sweetie, but I appreciate the sentiment. And I appreciate your flattering sentiment as well, darling. Dare I say you are the 3 iguanas in Birkenstocks to my Instagram. Well, actually, the iguanas in Birkenstocks is sort of the literal iguanas in Birkenstocks to my Instagram. I admit the concept is kind of growing on me. But still, you understand what I mean, don't you? Nope, but when do you ever? The good news is, Milo is grateful to you for standing by them, and you know exactly what sort of pic to tag them in later. Iguanas in Birkenstocks, clearly.
So many places to go.
To the Scout HQ. What is that? He has such luscious hair. Wood carving. That day in Monster Scouts, you make each other friendship bracelets! Except the Monster Scout leader pairs you randomly with your friendship bracelet recipients. I guess so Larry the Lich doesn't feel left out for having no friends. You get paired with Larry. Surprisingly, though, he's a great conversationalist and he makes you a super heartfelt bracelet that imbues you with +2 creativity when you wear it. That's nice of him. Larry sure is nice. Maybe there will come a day when he's cool enough to be your friend. Or at least a romanceable summer fling option. But today is not that day. Yeah, this is only the beginning of okay, I guess he's okay. Afterwards, you end up vibing with Milo. You're sharing a hammock, cuddling up close with each other. Ooh. And you're both checking your phones. Heck yeah, what could be more emotionally intimate than quietly scrolling right beside your #1 summer crush? I mean, seriously, me and my husband do that all the time. We're just cuddled and looking at our phones. It's a total thing, guys. It's a total thing. Once you're in a relationship, that's just what you do. It's a proximity thing. As long as you have a close proximity to each other, you're content, like cats. Suddenly, Milo's phone starts blowing up. Granted, Milo's phone is always blowing up, but right now it's worse than usual.
Hey, darling.
No need to look so jealous, dear. Just a work text. I keep telling the head office not to contact me when I'm taking a staycation, but I suppose this reaping is urgent. La la la, another day, another day. Oh my gosh. This is a little awkward, isn't it? Well, not awkward for you because you don't know yet and I shouldn't tell you, but I can't resist a little gossip. Listen, honey, I don't usually disclose proprietary information, but I just got a gig for next week to collect your soul. Huh? Milo's going to reap your soul. That sounds super terrifying and also a little bit hot. You ask Milo if this means you're going to die next week. Short answer, yep, you're totally going to die. Long answer, life, death, and fate are weird and messy, and it's hard to say 100% because of quantum nonsense, but if I'm getting the gig, yeah, you're gonna die. Congrats. Holy crap. This is the most awkward news you've ever received while lounging in a hammock. You start to freak out. No, Arya, don't freak out. I'm an expert, and I promise you, it's not as scary as it seems. Death reminds us of the profound, infinite beauty of life. And, realistically, it's not like you're immortal or anything. Sorry to burst your bubble, but death was going to find you eventually, boo. TBQH, I'm actually doing you a huge favor by letting you know ahead of time. It's my gift to you, the opportunity to go out with a bang. Let's make this last week of your life the best week of your life. We'll spend every moment together, and we'll end it with a huge party. A celebration of Arya. Whole week with Milo? That sounds like heaven, and it's exciting enough to distract you from your imminent death. You're in. Lovely. Gosh, you're going to get so many posthumous followers. I'm almost jealous. Oh, and we should start considering the party aesthetic right away. We need some big, memorable main event at the party. Something that'll honor your true essence, Arya. And obvi, it should be Snapchat friendly. Any ideas? Your time to shine. Quick, what's the perfect way to 1. Entertain your party guests, 2. Commemorate your entire existence, and 3. Impress Milo? Interpretive dance. The profound carnal medium of interpretive dance. Or you'll have your friends give toasts in your honor. It'll be emotionally moving, and everyone will get crap-faced. 2 birds, 1 stone. No, interpretive dance. You want to perform an interpretive dance. Oh, darling, that's wonderful. I was 75% sure you wouldn't let me down, and you didn't. Yay! It's the perfect choice for the party's main event. After all, dancing is the second best way to celebrate being alive. The best way is driving a jet ski, obviously. But I have one concern about the dance number: emotional vulnerability. Dancing can be so revealing of our internal psychology, you know? As they say, the hips don't lie. We'd better rehearse your story of my life dance before the party. Go on, give me your raw, unfiltered truth, and I'll make sure it's feed-worthy. You perform a dance for Milo in honor of your existence. You pour everything into this dance: your love for Milo, your fear of death, and your heart and soul. Arya, you're an artist! My gosh, I'm shook. I can't believe you've been secretly profound this whole time. Your movements were simply breathtaking. Your rendition of the robot was a classic, but also a searing indictment of modern industrialization. And those strange, awkward hip gyrations, they perfectly expressed your belief that we're all imperfect beings, united only by our mistakes and shared experiences. Don't even get me started on the dramatic leaping. Such an apt metaphor for life. We're all just leapfrogs jumping between lily pads in a pond full of our tadpole babies. But still, something was missing. I think it's the end of the story. Your death. You need a big finish that stares death in the face. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Arya, you need me. I want to finish off your performance with a little tango of death, Come here, you silly mortal. Dance with me. You and Milo rehearsed the most swoon-worthy, sexually charged erotic death tango of all time. Oh my. That rehearsal was just so stirring, like seeing an erotic butterfly breaking free of its cocoon. And I'm sure the real thing will be even better. You've got me pining a little, darling. In the meantime, we should move on to our next activity in your final week of life: an afternoon of wine tasting at the region's most expensive vineyard, shall we? This is quickly turning into the best week of your life, and it's all thanks to Milo's undeniable charm. Their charm is so undeniable that you actually gain +3 charm yourself. Okay, now how do I avoid dying next week?
Today will be a camptastic day.
It's camptastic! Ooh! As you're searching the haunted manor, you come across an enchanted doll that promises to grant all your wishes. Cool, you take it. It possesses you, of course. 'Cause there's a creepy doll that's always watching you. It turns out that the spirit that was inside it is exactly like you in every way, so nobody notices the difference. The only difference is that this spirit is a little bit bolder than you, so you basically gain +2 boldness. I think this happened to me in the last game. Darling, I didn't see you there. I was too busy enjoying the sensory pleasures of this charmingly haunted house. I mean, look at that antique blood-stained bathtub. It's absolutely iconic. And the lighting in here is perfect for selfies. My timeline would be incomplete without this aesthetic. Hot dang, this adorable Reaper wants to take some pics. You ask Milo if they want to take a selfie with you, like one of their little French girls. I'm happy to oblige. Here, let's start with some foreplay. Get naked in the tub with me and let's pick a filter that's mutually flattering. Did someone say foreplay? If so, I'm going to murder you with this big knife. Oh, and I'm Jerry, by the way. Nice to meet you. Look at Jerry. Look at Jerry. My husband likes horror movies. I'm Jerry, by the way. Bold of you to... He had to be at camp, and in the haunted house, no less. Because where else would a slasher be? Bold of you to assume that I can be killed. And what do you have against foreplay? Licking someone can really be an absolute rainbow of flavors, you know. Oh, it's not foreplay specifically. I just have to kill anyone who's doing sexy stuff in this mansion. That's my thing. No touching. Not to judge, but it kind of looks like you two are doing sexy stuff. Sexy stuff? Do you mean sexy like a blooming daisy is sexy? Or sexy like that feeling when you start up an old car for the first time in a while and it kicks into life? Wait, no, sexy like neither of those. Sexy like sex. Like having sex. That kind of sexy. Sex, sexy. Penetration sex. How is penetration sexier than gently running your fingertips along the makeup brushes that your lover uses? So basic. Hey, stop it! Sex is sex, we all know that! Virginity is real and penetration is wrong, and that's why murderers stab horny teens! Okay, boomer. That's amazing! You definitely don't want to die, but you're way too horny to miss out on this sex opportunity with Milo, and Jerry is ruining the moment. That's when the inherent horniness of this situation hits you. You can get intimate with Milo right in front of Jerry without him knowing about it. You whisper your idea to Milo.
You're trending,
I love it. Obviously, the taboo is so on trend. But how do we do it? Cozy up under a fashionable poncho? Start a private Discord server? Or something even bolder? Your whole life has been building to this moment. Figure out how to get intimate with Milo right under the nose of Jerry, the knife-wielding sex murderer. Oh my. Hire two body doubles to bang in another room? No. Sext each other in Morse code. You and Milo both apologize to Jerry and clarify that you're just here together on a totally platonic haunted house visit. Oh good, well in that case enjoy your time in this spooky mansion. But before I go, I think everyone probably wants to hear my opinions on teens. Jerry's defo monologuing, giving you and Milo the perfect chance to sext. You both start subtly tapping all over each other's bodies, flawlessly communicating in Morse code. The teens, they're just so horny now. Back when I was a teen, we had to date for 12 to 15 years before we could express ourselves sexually. 12 to 15 years, huh? Milo taps out, I'm going to fave all of your sluttiest selfies at 3 a.m. tonight. But now kids are just burying their phones. And did you know the phones can do porn now? Anytime you see a teen on their phone, they could be watching a porn. You respond to Milo by tapping, oh baby, smash my subscribe button. Hit that bell so you'll be notified the next time I post. If you know what I mean. I'm worried that authentic emotional intimacy is being replaced by these weird inhuman likes and subs and parasocial relationships. Maybe that's why I murder. Jerry goes on for a while, but you're too turned on by the erotic tapping to listen to his bullcrap. Eventually you climax, sexually. Clearly nothing sexual has happened here, so I'll be on my way. Toodaloo, innocent teens. You leveled up your cryptography skills. You got to gently tap all over Milo, and you can gain +2 charm and +1 boldness. Congrats, babe. And that is why this game is not for children. Also, they're all legally consenting adults, not teens, which makes it extra funny. Hey! Damien isn't screwing with the campfire at all. What? And Milo's looking at a phone other than their own. You've got to get a closer look. I just don't get it. I'm putting my heart and soul into this YouTube thing, and I'm not getting any responses. Is it something wrong with my videos? Are they no good? No, of course not, darling. Your content is fantastic. Especially this one here. Cut crease with the blood of your enemies prom makeup tutorial. So fetch. It's your demeanor that's the problem. You need a complete personality rebranding, and completely overhauling other people's personalities is what I do best. For example, perhaps instead of opening your videos, what's up noobs, let's screw up some foundation, you could say let's put on some of that inner beauty on the outside. That sounds really stupid. But you really should be scripting your videos to be more watchable. Ooh, why not give your followers a cute little name? That way they can identify with you and bring in more individuals to watch your channel, like a hive mind. Maybe you could call them Damiacs. Or the La Very Obsessed with Makeups. Just make sure it's short enough to be used as a hashtag. That's what really gets the ball rolling. What about the F-holes? That's what I've been calling my viewers all this time anyways. But that doesn't sound very advertiser-friendly. Who gives a crap? Look, Milo, I know you're trying to help, but all of these ideas are super uncool and not metal at all. Hey, I'm helping you get subscribers, not act like a little red punk. People don't like metal. They like being reassured that their insignificant existences have value. It's vital to mortals to find communities and feel important before they die. That's what influencers are for. I have hair in my face. I think I got it. Great, thanks, Milo. That got really dark. Maybe now is the time for you to offer one of your patented unsolicited ideas on how to boost Damien's channel. You should take inspiration for your brand from a more successful brand, like Milo's. Just try and be more like Milo. In the end, you can't spell Damien without Milo. If you want to rebrand a brand that spells metal, forget about online branding and go back to offline branding. With a branding iron! What? That makes no sense at all to me. No, she's making perfect sense. The world would be a much happier, more beautiful place if people would just try to emulate me. I mean, I think perhaps you should check your spelling, but everything else you said is absolutely true. Feel free to use my brand as inspiration for your fun little makeup startup, Damien. There's all sorts of things you could learn from me. Proper eyeshadow blending techniques, vocal inflection and cadence whilst you're hyping yourself up versus humbling yourself down, how can I say this politely? Well, how to use Facetune correctly. Wow, I'm amazed by how generous I am, lending myself for inspiration. It almost inspires me. And I've always said that everybody in this world should inspire each other. Yeah, you're a real frickin' Mahatma Gandhi. Ah, aren't I? Gee, I wonder if I could branch into this more. I'm sure there are tons of brands that could benefit from behaving more like me. Like Disney! They're nice, sure, but they haven't got a generous bone in their body. Just look at what happened when they tried to share with Sony. On that note, what about the streaming business in general? Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, I'm sure all of them could benefit from a nice generous coat of Milo paint. What wondrous ideas we have together, Arya. Come, darling, help me draft some emails. The two of you quickly forget about Damien while you single-handedly try to solve the pay-for-streaming crisis. You fail miserably, but it's a fun bonding experience regardless, and Milo even lets you touch their phone. For an Instagrammer, that's basically second base. Ooh, I'll take a gamble.
Oh, welcome, welcome. You new here? Don't fret. Let me explain how this works.
Let's see if I can try and do a Latino cat. I don't think I can.
I will prepare you a drink. The drink of the day. You may choose to drink that one, but if you're not interested, you're lucky. There's a mystery box with a second option. It could be better, it could be worse, but one thing is for sure, it will be mysterious. And these drinks, look, choose whatever you want, but I'm not responsible for whatever you put in your mouth.
That sounds very like a cat.
I am a wizard in training. For you to test my concoctions is somewhere between kind and reckless. So, get ready and good luck. Nya. Nya.
Whiskey is the drink of the day. Or would you prefer the mystery box? The box! Give me the box!
Imagination shots! The mystery box, so bold of you.
I hope you're happy with it.
No refunds.
No refunds. Woo! I got imagination shots.
Drinking this will expand your mind. It's pure creativity. The small unicorn is just decorative, but you can eat it if you feel like it. Hope you can stomach that. Happy trails.
I will barf rainbows. I will barf rainbows. I drank a rainbow shot. See? I will barf rainbows.
Look at the kitty.
That is Juan the small magical Latino cat. That is his name. Because there are apparently 23 other Juans at school. You're huddled behind a bullet bunker in the throes of a tail tag battle royale against Camp Rival Camp. You're sure that this is the end. Camp Rival Camp. It's friggin' Frontier, that's what it is! Frontier was the name of the camp that was our rival camp. They were next door to us. We were actually kind of friends with some of the other camp staff. But the council favored that camp because that was their camp that they went to and worked at. So Frontier got all the good upgrades and my camp did not. That's okay, our camp had better trees. You've lived the good life, you think. Next to you is a camp rival camp member shivering and crying and out of ammo. Why guns are part of tail tag is beyond your comprehension. Is this where we die, Arya? They sob. Why couldn't Camp Spooky and Camp Rival Camp just make love and not war? You reach for them as if to bring them into a tender kiss, and as soon as they're in your grasp, you take their tail. Heck yeah, that gives Camp Spooky the win! Everyone saw your sexy ruse, which also gives you +2 charm. I got +2 charm. Since you're dying next week, Milo has been helping you live your last days to the fullest. Currently, the two of you are getting a super fancy pedicure where little fish eat the dead skin off of your feet. It feels amazing and it's hecka Instagram worthy. Okay, I have stuck my hand in a pool of those fish. It feels so weird. It tickles so bad because they just come up with their itty bitty little mouths and go num 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 and eat your dead skin right off of your hands and feet. And yeah, you can pay to get a fish pedicure, where they just eat the dead skin off your feet.
Milo Belladonna.
Ah,
Here at
That
last.
really hits the spot. I've said it once and I'll say it. This might be some of the finest party planning work of my entire career. First off, the venue is insane. I got my boss to let me borrow her interdimensional penthouse. The ceiling is made of diamonds and the bodyguards are literally 4-dimensional. We're going to do this huge dramatic entrance for you where you burst out of a coffin. Cute, right? And the coffin outfit is the perfect amount of slutty, trust me. Oh, and you're not going to believe the guest list. All the basics, sure, but we have some huge met. Milo's right. You definitely need a kick-A special guest for your party. You don't have any long-lost twins that you know about, but you do know the perfect VIP to invite. The obstetrician who was there for your birth. He ushered you into this world, and now he'll usher you out. This party is all about you, so summon alternate versions of yourself from other timelines. It'll be poetic and awesome, like when Beyonce looks in a mirror.
Hashtag winning.
Ooh, good call. Multiverse selves are such a thing right now. Let's do it, boo. I just realized, this is the second character in this series that calls you boo. And it's hilarious because the first is Polly, who's a ghost, and the second is a Grim Reaper. You and Milo finish your pedicures, and then go ask Joy to perform a summoning ritual of your alternate selves from other timelines. Joy says she can do the ritual, but it's super difficult, dangerous, and it'll cost her some of her life force. You and Milo assure her this is a matter of life and death. She's a competent witch, so of course she rips open a huge multiverse portal. It's purple, pulsing, and she yanks like 8 different versions of you out of that thing. Oh, this is absolutely precious! It's a rainbow of Aria! You gather around your alternate selves and give them the lowdown. They're here to be your party guests as you face your own impending death. That makes perfect sense, says one of the Arias. You know, in my universe, I actually saved the world from 2 separate nuclear apocalypses. But I never had the true strength to face my own mortality. You're so brave, Aria. Totally, says another version of you. You're the most heroic one of us all, soon to be dead, Aria. Hip hip hooray! I never thought about it before, but I suppose you are pretty heroic, Aria. You're naturally popular, which is even more important. Your multiverse selves all agree to chill out in this universe until the party. You get to know them a bit, and the best one, by far, is Centaur Aria. She is exactly like you, except she comes from a universe where everyone is centaurs. Everyone here's bipedal. Gosh, what a mind trip. Hey, Milo and original Aria want to take a ride? Nay, says Centaur Aria.
Hashtag winning.
A centaur ride with Aria on Aria? Oh, that's completely on brand. I'm in. You and Milo hop onto the centaur version of you. The 3 of you go for a super romantic ride. The wind blows through your hair. You're happy to be alive. And if we're being honest, you're super turned on by this whole multiverse Milo experience. You gain 3 fun, along with a fun new fetish. Awkward. Oh no.
brought my first aid kit, just in case. I brought my first aid kit. Let's go to the lake at night.
That day you bring a magazine to read by the lake. The cover story is how to gain fun while camping with your 6 hottest, most charismatic friends. Step 1, go to the lake. Step 2, wait. Wait, that's it? Then why hasn't that worked for you yet? Oh wait, you just gained +2 fun. Thanks, Cosmopolitan! You're hanging out later with Milo on the shore, helping them find a way to tastefully photograph all the dead animals Scott keeps proudly bringing you when... Whoa! Do you guys hear that music? It's like a golden shower on my eardrums. I don't know why, but I really... I know, right? My husband just turns to me. That's a way to put that. I don't know why, but I really want to find the source of that music. Even if I have to drown to do it. In fact, especially if I have to drown. Oh no, it's a siren. Oh no. I know what this is. You all see a siren sitting in the middle of the lake, riffing and harmonizing with itself, and generally being an even more of a show-off than an X Factor contestant. Whoa, I think the music is coming from that pretty singing water hottie on that rock out there. Hey, pretty singing water hottie, I like your music! Thanks, shouts the hottie on the rock. You should follow my SoundCloud, or, just swim out to my rock and possibly drown in the process. Hey, why not both? No, Scott, that's a siren. The music may sound nice now, but if you follow that SoundCloud, you'll be tacitly endorsing all of their extremely problematic opinions. Don't you see? It'll drag your reputation down to the depths. Aw, come on, Milo. How can someone with such a pretty voice have bad opinions? Oh no, we're teaching Scott valuable life lessons. How bad could this possibly be? You don't believe me? Fine. Here's one of the siren's tweets. The world needs to be more breathtaking. Literally, we should take breath from non-underwater creatures. If you can't breathe underwater, maybe you don't deserve to breathe. Hashtag just being real. Sorry, I usually only hear the first 7 words anyone reads to me, and the first 5 words sounded great. Speaking of sounding great, hey Siren, do you have any more songs?
Sure, shouts the siren. Here's one I like to call, Let's Kill the Ones with No Gills. Why don't you come here to hear it? It'll be fun, and I'm totally not drowning your pathetic non-underwater butt. Yay!
Wow, you speak with such confidence. Following you is starting to sound like an even better idea.
I can't be seen with you.
Please, Scott. I follow you on Instagram. If you get canceled, I'm not far behind. Stop this madness or I'll be forced to block you. No, you can't stand to see such strife. You've got to convince Scott to follow something else instead of this problematic siren. Why follow that siren when you could follow this frisbee or follow your dreams? Follow the frisbee! Great idea! There's no need to bother with fancy gimmicks or high-concept punnery when you can just throw a spinny object instead. It's Scott, let's be honest, guys. You toss the frisbee. You do it real good. It goes far. Did you just throw a frisbee? Did you just throw it real good and real far? You nod solemnly, affirming all 3 of Scott's questions at once. Wow, I'm sorry, cool siren, but I think if I don't go follow that frisbee, I will literally die. You know who didn't literally die, screams the siren? John F. Kennedy! The reptoid government is keeping him alive so he can put fluoride in our chemtrails! I think you need to play this game, love.
Bye-bye.
That all sounds really interesting, but I'm running this way!
You're killing it.
You know, Arya, the way you threw that frisbee, your technique was pretty impressive. Your posture, your pose, the way your muscles flexed in all the right places. It's almost as if you were waiting for an opportunity to throw a frisbee so you could show off. I have a lot of respect for that. As someone who makes a living showing off, I applaud your commitment to looking hot in front of me. Some might call carrying a frisbee around every day for your entire life in case you get a chance to throw in front of someone you're attracted to pathetic.
This is
But I call it committing to your brand. You should see some of the things I carry around on the off chance I can use them to show off. Mila spends the rest of the afternoon showing you some of the aforementioned stuff, including a knife sharpener, a delicious Cabernet, and a necromantic tome beyond mortal ken. You gain 2 smarts and 1 fun. You happen upon Joy, groveling in front of Milo. You're pretty sure you've never seen Joy grovel before. It's kind of unsettling. No, I am not groveling. I am posing a dignified query to Milo that just so happens to be performed on my hands and knees. Anyway, Milo, please help me out here. I'm in the middle of a quick summer adventure that is just important enough to justify a full episode arc. And I really need to consult my dead ally, Rabaru. She's the only one who knows how to solve Univertica's 8th eye puzzle. Can you just raise her spirit and... I'm sorry, Joy. I would really love to help with whatever you just said, but I'm terribly busy right now with important Reaper business. Really? Because it looks to me like you're browsing Etsy for a new cloak. Which is important business. My uniform must be somber yet trendy. I can't afford to go out of fashion. I'd lose all my credibility.
Let's save the world.
But the fate of monster kind depends on taking down Univertica. I really need your help, Milo. Don't you want to save the world? Is taking down this Univertica really equivalent to saving the world, though? I mean, everyone can make a difference no matter how small their actions. But just look at everything Univertica's already destroyed! At least 2 urban outfitters have been demolished by her nefarious plans, and she has her sights set on flattening the Smoothie King on 3rd Street.
Milo, signing off.
Well, I've always been more of a Jamba Juice person myself, so I think I'll pass. Dang, Joy's fighting Univertica again? This season of the Coven must be slow. Clearly one of your friends is in the right here, and it just so happens to be the one you're trying to bone. You settle the disagreement. Milo, you could turn this into a whole thing. Raise Rabaru's spirit and do a live Q&A, or Joy and Milo can consult the dead for you. If you support them on Patreon, friendship is never an excuse to work for free. Ooh, Arya makes a good point. I didn't know you condoned playing the friend card to get free labor, Joy. What? No, I don't. I may be the leader, but me, Faith, and Hope each equally split up the rewards we receive from our world-saving coven work. See, I hear you, but actions speak louder than words, unless you don't value my help as much as you value the other witches. No, not at all. Your work is totally just as valid and important as theirs. It's just that, I figured the whole repayment of saving the world would be... but saving the world doesn't put avocado toast on the table. We indie seancers and necromancers need to pay our rent too, you know.
My goddess.
Grr. Fine, you got me. I'll become a patron. How's $5 a month sound? Well, of course I'll be grateful for whatever you pay, darling, but $5 will only get you to the bronze tier. Bronze tier patrons get early access to my selfies and a merch discount, but my platinum patrons get a chance at a full spirit raising once a month, and a limited edition Milo sweatband. Ugh, fine. Here's the pledge money. Can you raise Rabaroo now? Oh, didn't you read the terms and conditions? I can only do so many seances. My time is precious, so I limit it to 3 spirit consultations for 3 patrons chosen at random. And it looks like this month's winners are Milo Crackhead 45, ex-Ghost Fetishist X, and Joy Johnson Jojima. No, wait, that's John Joyjima Joe. My bad.
The world is at risk again.
What? No fair. The world is at stake here, and I'm your friend. Can't you make an exception for me? Well, that wouldn't be very fair, would it? All of my followers are my friends. I can't play favorites just because your seance would prevent countless deaths.
You will get this show
Ugh,
canceled.
whatever. This has been a waste of my time. I'll just bribe Polly with some distilled spirits to talk to Rabaroo for me. Thanks for nothing. Well, it's just you and me, Arya, darling. Oh, and ex-ghost fetishist X's spirit he wants raised. What can I do for you, my darling patron? Oh, it looks like he wants the ghost of a leather daddy dom from 1865. I don't feel quite comfortable doing that.
Never stop.
You know, Arya, since that slot is open, perhaps you'd like me to raise a spirit for you? I don't mind bending the rules for someone such as yourself. Nice. You request the spirit of the Marquis de Lafayette, history's greatest wingman. He does not disappoint. I have seen videos about the Marquis de Lafayette.
Today will be it.
It's, that was pretty hilarious, actually. Back to the HQ! That day, there's a guest speaker at the Monster Scouts HQ. She's a Were-Eagle Monster Scout here to tell you about advancing through the levels. Her speech is surprisingly interesting. She started out at Camp Spooky just like you. Oh no! I'm buffering! Oh, you're buffering. I'm not buffering. You're buffering. There we go. Just like you, and worked super hard to earn every single badge. She also hints at some possible foul play, including her murdering a higher level scout and wearing her skin as a disguise in order to advance through the ranks. Sure is inspiring. You're too busy flirting with your friends to dedicate that kind of time to Monster Scouts, but still, her speech instills with you true creativity. A wild Milo appears! Your heart starts beating fast. Is this another one of your dreams about Milo baking you a loaf of bread in the French countryside?
Fancy meeting you.
Arya, I've been around looking for you, and now here you are in my clutches.
I've got
And now that I've found you, want to do me a favor? I've got a soul reaping gig today, and I could use a helper. You're 80% sure this isn't a dream. You agree to help Milo. They lead you to a fresh corpse with a soul waiting right above it. The soul looks like a dope blue orb.
Hello.
Hi, I'm deaf, but my friends call me Milo. Let me be the first to say, congrats on shuffling off that pesky mortal coil. I've been expecting you. I assume you're here to lead me to the afterlife? I died for a few minutes when I was a child, so I'm somewhat familiar with the intake process. Exactly! Oh, I love souls who have died before. They're refreshingly chill. I'm just going to ask you a few questions before we go. First, state your name, please. I am Remedius Targaryak, commander of the Mer King's Guard and knight of the Mer Realm. Praise be the Mer King! And just to confirm that you're actually dead, how were you killed? Prepare thyself. 'Tis a terrifying story. I served many years on the Mer King's council, but 'twas the Mer King himself who killed me. One night, the Mer King was attacked in his sleep. He survived, but became paranoid of his small council, thinking the attack was a coup. His paranoia led him to behead me, his most loyal knight. But the Mer King was wrong. Just before my death, I discovered the attack was orchestrated by an ancient order, who hath authored many terrible acts across history. This foul order is known as the Masters. As they execute their devious plans, they chant, Masters, 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 but they spell it with a Z. 'Twas horrifying beyond belief. Are you laughing at the words or at my funny voices? Both. And I happened to notice that the masters had quite admirable derrieres. Seriously, they were caked up to a ridiculous degree. Wow, that was a lot. I'm just gonna check the Death by Courtly Intrigue High Fantasy box on the form. Now that we've completed the identity and mortality checks, I see that you qualify to choose your afterlife destination. Congrats! Which afterlife would you like to be taken to? There are infinite afterlives that you can choose from, so really the only limit here is your own imagination. Ugh, that's so poetic. I love my job. Oh, bother. I'm rather unsure. I enjoyed pudding, so perhaps some kind of dairy, or rather, maybe an orgy? But that's so cliché. Egad, let me think for a moment. I realize that you are literally contemplating infinity here, but please hurry this up. I have a very strict posting schedule to get back to. My followers need consistency, babe. Looks like Milo's getting impatient. You can tell because they just tweeted, I'm super impatient RN, LOL. Quick, suggest an afterlife destination for this soul. Big farm upstate with plenty of room to run. If you've collected enough karma points, you can redeem them to get reincarnated, like as a sentient burrito or a K-pop star. My lovely assistant Aria is right. If we count your karma points, then you've got 2 reincarnation options. Sentient burrito or K-pop star. Reincarnation sounds amazing. I feel like I could get really good at life if I gave it just one more try. Can you tell me more? Of course! The K-pop star reincarnation package is one of our popular coveted second lives. You'll travel around the world, you'll hit the highest high notes. And despite everything you give up for the stage, I can guarantee that your massive devoted fans will make it all worthwhile. Dreamy, right? That sounds like the ideal reincarnation. I can basically guarantee that I'm going to pick that option. You'd have to be an idiot not to choose that. Tell me more about this burrito thing. Oh, sure. Nobody ever picks the burrito package. If you become a sentient burrito, you can choose which protein filling you have, and you come with pico de gallo, no extra cost. I have one very, very, very important question. Can I eat myself? Let me check the fine print. Yes, you can eat yourself, but you will also feel real pain as if someone else eats you. Gosh, that's awful. I assume you're going to make me a effing chorizo burrito! What? You can't be serious. Think about what you're saying. A burrito's existence is full of pain and suffering. I died when I was really craving Taco Bell, all right? Get off my dick. Make me a burrito. It's not a fetish thing. Ah, screw it. Chase your bliss, babe. Milo snaps their fingers and the soul starts fading into a halo of light. I'm so happy, it sobs with joy. I'm finally going to be a burrito. I've never been so happy. Finally. Gosh, that one took forever to deal with. But you really helped move things along. Thanks for being my little helper, Arya. Milo pats you on the head. Head pats. Later that night, they pull you aside. Hey, since you were so helpful today, I got you a little surprise. Milo reveals a dinner plate holding a juicy, delicious-looking burrito. Yep, it's that burrito. I pulled a few strings. Up for a little dinner date, Arya. You and Milo eat the sentient burrito. He screams the whole time, but it's still pretty romantic. Also, you learn that consuming a merfolk soul earns you +2 charm and +1 smarts. Does that mean I should eat Miranda's soul next? No, she was not the siren. Miranda, the mer princess, is pink. The siren was blue. Also, the siren has issue with anybody that doesn't breathe water, and Miranda only has issues with the air people and poor people. Manor time. While you're exploring the haunted manor, you hear a voice calling your name. It comes from under the bed. 2 blood-red eyes stare at you from the inky darkness under the bed. A voice that sounds older than time whispers, Do you want to gain some boldness, Arya? You say yes because you actually do want that. Okay, here you go. Whatever that thing is, it gives you +2 boldness. What a nice under-the-bed thing! You slip away and link up with Milo. They're reaping a baby koala today, and they told you it would be super cute. There you are, Arya. Come on, this adorable little soul won't harvest itself.
Hello, I'm a fan of Milo.
Oh, my teenage gosh, Milo. It's me, your biggest, most youthful fan. I have all your social media albums. What? Is that the weird The weird chameleon disguise professor? Sure you do, honey. Anyway, this koala... Haha, I fooled you. It was really me, Counselor Flodge, your disguise instructor this whole time. I know who you are, darling. I just thought you'd finally seen the light and joined the My Lovers. That's because I fooled you with camouflage, and I'm here to teach you to do the same. No thank you, my sweet oblivious lizard person. What kind of monster would I have to be to hide this timeless elegance from the world? Ha, you're talking about physical camouflage, but I want you to think outside the box that I hide inside while doing camouflage. I'm talking about digital camouflage. Of everyone at camp, you're the one who needs it the most, and I'm the one to teach it to you. Camouflage myself online? Why would I ever want to do that? I have millions of devoted fans. All the more people to fool with your incredible online camouflage. I'm sorry, but Milo Belladonna was not born to be invisible. I mean, technically I wasn't born at all, but you get the idea. What about incognito mode? Clearing your search history so nobody knows you've been going to www.fridgeswithdicks.com. I'm not leaving you alone till you admit there are at least some situations where disguising yourself online is a good idea. Hoo boy. Looks like you're going to have to step in here if you want to kill that koala before sundown. What's a kind of e-disguise Milo might be down for? Temporarily renaming your account Chris Hemsworth Official to double your follower count overnight? It's not a crime if it's silly. Facetune. It's like disguising yourself as a hotter version of yourself. Facetune? Ah, I love Facetunes. Finally, a way to upload all my favorite MP3 files right to my face. Good guess, Lodge, but that's not what Facetune is at all. It's an app that helps you become your best self by airbrushing away all the bad parts. Oh, that's what it is? Pshaw, I've been tuning my face for years. Here, take a look at my dating profile. That isn't Facetune. You just uploaded scans of Arnold Schwarzenegger's 1980s Nike ads with "That's me" written on them in MS Paint. Enough chit-chat. Time to show these two what Facetune is really about. You bust out your phone and get to work on a picture of yourself. After 10 solid minutes of fine face tuning, you present your masterpiece. Wow. I'm speechless. Except for those words I just said and the ones I'm about to say, Arya, your tuned face is breathtaking. If I had any breath, it would take it. What's the point? After all, Arya still looks the same in real life. Pictures should represent who you really are. You're one to talk. What about those Arnold Schwarzenegger pics? I'm a master of disguise. Posting misleading pictures of myself online is part of who I really am. Right. Okay, but back to Arya's unbelievably hot selfie. Listen, darling, I don't care about your appearance. All I care about is how you look on the inside and on the outside in pictures. I mean, how tragic would it be to date someone if I was too embarrassed to tag myself in any of our pictures together? I'll never have that problem with you. That's what I love about Facetune. It lets us really focus on what's on the inside by removing all that distracting ugliness from the outside. Because everybody is beautiful on the inside. You couldn't agree more. And you're excited to find out if Facetune works on other body parts as well. Oh my. You gain +2 fun and 1 creativity. I think I've gotten all correct answers so far. I kind of wonder if I can keep this up. You loiter over to the campfire, desperately hoping that some of your zany friends will pull you into one of their shenanigans. Hey, Arya, come over here and do poetry with us. I don't want to be the worst at this. Yay, you found a shenanigan! You join Milo, Hex, and Aravi around the fire. They're all writing in cute little notebooks. Aravi's notebook does look pretty blood-soaked, though. Milo is trying to convince me to write poetry again. They said I can watch them do an actual reaping of a monster if I write a good poem. It's true, really. I'm just trying to help a dear friend access her inner emotions through the majesty of poetic word. And I'm doing it because it's fun, and because I'm awesome at it. My poems all have 2 or 3 emotions in them, at least. Honestly, Milo, I'm still pretty confused. How are you going to judge if I write a good poem or not? What judging metrics are you using? How do I get the most points? How do I win? Aravi, I'm getting a bit tired of you asking me how to win things. I've taken that emotion and used it to write you the following poem. Avocado rot, don't tell me your dreams are dead. Be your own dream fruit. There, that should be all the clarification you need. And I did it in haiku form. So you're telling me I can get points in poetry writing by collecting the dreams of fruit? Oh, no, you blockhead, it's a metaphor. Yeah, Milo's right. They're trying to say that all poems should be about avocados, like my latest poem, Guacamole Emotions. You're both hopeless. And frankly, I'm heartbroken that my unparalleled aesthetics are wasted on you two. Whatever, Milo. You already set a win condition for this poem, so like it or not, this is a competition. Not everything is a competition, Aravi. Just think about, I don't know, crying. People do that all the time, and it's not a competition. It's about the emotion. Crying is obviously a competition to see who can squeeze the most water out of their eyes. Get it together, Milo. She looks insane. Seems like your friends are having a petty conflict. This could be a great opportunity to side with one of them and win that person's affection. Poets don't tend to be traditional winners. Most of them die alone, penniless. Poetry is about learning to cope with the fact that sometimes we will inevitably lose. There is a clear winner here, whoever can write Beowulf to completion first. Yeah, this one. No way, really? The way to win at poetry is by losing at life? But wait, there's gotta be at least some poets that were famous and successful. Like, Emily Dickinson? Ha, no way. I remember reaping her the whole time. She just complained to me about how there were so few hot girls in her town that she decided to never leave her room. She did write the most lovely poem about me, though. I gave her an extra few years just for that. Well, what about Edgar Allan Poe? He was a super famous poet, right? Oh gosh, I can't believe you just said that. You know that he married his cousin, right? And that basically everyone thought he was insane? He was so rude to me on his deathbed that I made the whole ordeal one of the most painful deaths I've ever delivered. No regrets, though. Wow, then I've been going about this whole poetry thing all wrong. Apparently I should have been trying to live my life like crap, and then I'll be a poetry champion. Now that I finally get poetry, where should I start? I don't know, maybe fall in love with someone who's married and develop an opium addiction? Heck yeah, speedrun! Wait, Aravi, I was being sarcastic. It's too late. Aravi runs off with Hex, desperately looking for a happily married opium dealer. Well, that was weird. Yeah, you can say that again. But it actually reminded me of when I was reaping Oscar Wilde. You would not believe what he said to me right before I took his soul. Milo spends the entire afternoon with you, recounting tales of all the dead poets they've sent to the grave. It's morbid, but kind of romantic. You're just happy to have some time alone with this very poetic reaper, and you're scandalized to learn that T.S. Eliot died from eating. What? Love, quick, look up how T.S. Eliot died.
Oh. She killed herself.
Look it up. I need to know. I mean, there were several poets that did, but I need to know what T.S. Eliot is. T.S. Eliot the one who wrote the Book of Cats? T.S. Eliot wrote the Book of Cats. I know, there's several female poets and authors whose names were... I don't know, but look up T.S. Eliot first. Gamble. That weekend you feel like getting wasted, so you go visit none other than Juan, the small magical Latino cat. Look at how cute he is! And he's purple!
Hola! You know, when I started making magical drinks,
Emphysema. So T.S. Eliot actually died from emphysema. Isn't that what you get from smoking too much? Ew, he died from being a smoker. Gross.
I never thought people would actually come to drink them. But hey, who am I to judge?
Anyway, take a look at this one. Phobia shots? Aren't those the tumors from Oz? Is Oz made of phobias? Quite appealing, right? Dunno.
Speaking of Sylvia Plath.
Oh, you were saying... Sylvia Plath killed herself. Maybe. My husband was thinking Sylvia Plath killed herself and was like, didn't T.S. Eliot commit suicide? No. T.S. Eliot died from emphysema. Sylvia Plath, suicide? Yep, Sylvia Plath was suicide. Anywho, Dead Poets Society. Quite appealing, right? Don't know if I'd drink that, but the real question is, will you? I also have this mystery box, because at this point, who knows what you'd drink? Phobia shots or mystery box? Pick one, love. Pick. Or mystery box.
Which one would Milo like more?
It doesn't matter. They're hilarious, and they give me weird side effects.
The phobia shots.
Phobia shots! Yeah, no, totally. I was testing your common sense. And you passed! Your prize is the drink you chose.
Nah.
Let's do some phobia shots, yeah? You know what they say, if you can't overcome your fears, drink them. Cheers to you. Doing that is surely bold. Bold! I got boldness. Hope you can stomach that. Happy trails. I got boldness for that. Woo!
So many places to go.
Let's go to the woods. That day, you go on a hiking trip with a bunch of random campers. You live some weird adventures and share personal stories and secrets. You don't know their names, and they don't seem to have their own character models, but they reveal to you they're part of a different game, a survival resource managing one. Turns out they cannot perceive your character model. You go to the same camp, yet you're part of different games. This is deeply strange and makes you reflect so much about your own existence that you gain 2 smarts out of it. They apparently gain 10 berries and 2 stamina, whatever that means. There's little you love more than loving on Milo, so it's fun to see how many other people are in the same lovesick boat. This comment says, the composition on your selfies is always so artistic, you should go into photography. And this person says, you post the most inspirational quotes. Day made. This one just says, HMU with that Reaper dick daddy. Well, assuming all Grim Reapers have dicks and or identify as male is so 14th century Europe. But I am flattered by the sentiment. Love keeping my fandom hooked on my aesthetics and thirsty for all of me. Mix Belladonna! I was expecting to hear a conversation on owning your attractiveness, being true to your identity, and historical monster lore, but what do I find? Exactly the conversation you just described, Camp Director Miss Weaving. No! You on your phone as always. Probably making blog posts on your TikTok page. Camp Director Miss Weaving, maybe if you got a social media page of your own, you'd be able to better relate to your campers. It really is the social hub. I don't want to hear it. I refuse to consider the possibility that online interactions can possibly help people form connections or express themselves on the grounds that I didn't have the internet when I was your age. I am sick and tired of you campers burying your noses in your phones when you could be living in the real world, forming real connections, doing real manual labor. As such, Mix Belladonna, I am confiscating your Instagram account until further notice. You just admitted you're not familiar with the internet, so let me tell you, that's not how it works. You can't just confiscate someone's... What? My Instagram account is gone! It's just disappeared. How is that possible? I told you, Mix Belladonna, I confiscated it, and there's nothing you can do to get it back. That can't be true. And it won't be true if you have anything to do about it. If there's one way to impress Milo, it's gotta be to get their Insta back. Your plan? Let's see. Subject your minds to the mysterious trials of the House of Captcha to prove you're worthy of retrieving Milo's account, or according to the Instagram terms of service, any account ownership-related dispute can be settled with a grand race at Murder Mountain. Let's go through the House of Captcha. No, the House of Captcha. Arya, are you sure? Half the people who attempt their tests don't survive. Most of the rest go insane from their riddles and mind tricks. It's more than a person's brain can handle. I was so close to getting a perfect score. This is the one wrong choice I've made. I should have done the mountain race. But if you truly believe that this is the way to restore my account, I trust you, Arya. Let us take this journey together. You and Milo journey through the deep, dark, haunted forest of the internet, through cave systems of toxic stalagmites and masculinity, weaving through likes and subscribes and narrowly avoiding being cancelled by giant bats. Finally, you reach a large castle, balanced precariously on a pile of rocks. You go inside and are greeted by hooded monks, who silently guide you into the first room of tests. You and Milo go to the solitary computer in the middle of the room, surrounded by fire. Which of these images has a traffic light? That's easy enough. This one, this one. Type in the following phrase. These letters are much curvier than most letters. I would say, is that an E or is it a 3? Yes! Got it! Favorite color? Social currency, obviously. Drink the cup of poison that has now appeared to your left. I feel like that one's for you, Arya. You definitely want to stay on Milo's good side, but you also kind of don't really want to drink poison. For me to get my account back, I think it has to be you, because if I drink poison and don't die, it might seem like I'm a robot, when really it's just because I'm a Grim Reaper. You can't argue with that logic, so you go ahead and drink the poison. Searing pain courses through your body, and you fall to the floor shrieking and writhing in agony. Oof. That face you're making right now, it's not #aesthetic. I appreciate you risking death for me, but it's going to be really hard for me to see you as a romantic prospect after this. Not that that's what you were going for, but just in case that was why you were willing to drink poison on my behalf, I wanted to let you know it backfired. Bad. They get their account back, but you've gained nothing. In fact, you've lost Milo's attraction to you, as well as 2 charm and 1 fun. Well, that's sad.
Now how am I supposed to romance him?
That day of fun and zany scavenger hunt awaits you at the camp dome. Last night, the counselors stole your organs while you were asleep, and you have to solve the scavenger hunt clues to get them back. Isn't that fun? No? Too bad. You make the best of the situation by stealing your hotter friend's organs in place of your own. You gain +10 evil from Dimitri's liver! You also find a very strange gland, and against common sense, you shove it up your nose. It secretes +2 charm. Gross. You're going to die in less than 48 hours, but honestly, this has been the best week of your entire life. And it's all thanks to Milo. They've been spending every moment with you, planning your big party, and helping you celebrate all the best parts of being alive. Currently, the 2 of you are admiring some blooming pink cherry blossom trees together. In a private garden, of course. No peasants around to obstruct your view. Aren't the blossoms gorgeous, Arya? Technically, cherry blossoms are supposed to bloom in the spring, not the summer, but I called in a few favors with nature so you could see them now. It'd be a downright tragedy if you died before seeing these flowers, after all. Also, fun fact, cherry blossoms are a symbol of death. Milo sighs happily and leans on your shoulder. They whip out their phone and start texting. You realize that this is one of your favorite parts of life. Quiet, comfortable silence while someone you adore is texting right beside you. You enjoy the moment. Ooh, look, Arya. The caterer for the party just confirmed that they can make the amuse-bouche. They look like tiny versions of your face. Thank goodness. My, I can't believe that the party is tomorrow. Life flies by so quickly. By the way, have you started contemplating your big party toast? It'll be the total climax of the evening, and really, the encapsulation of what made your life worth living. No pressure, though. Why don't you read me what you have so far, darling? I'm sure I'll be thoroughly impressed with your profundity. Okay, it's time to impress the heck out of Milo with your big party speech. You've been working on it, so this should be pretty easy. You'll just have to make up 2 poetic metaphors and 1 mind-blowing closing line. Here goes. The end of a beautiful song. A decadent juicy peach to be enjoyed to the last bite. As I prepare to leave, I want to tell you about the thing I think everyone should do at least once before leaving this realm. We should all... love. Ah, yes. Yes! Your words ring so true, so wise. I've brought death to so many people. I couldn't have put it better myself. Death truly is the end of a beautiful song. When you think it like that, my job as a Grim Reaper acquires a whole new layer of meaning, doesn't it? And life? Life! Such such poetry, Arya. You make life and death make so much sense. Of course, if life is clearly a decadent, juicy peach to be enjoyed to the last bite, it can only end with the end of a beautiful song. Those 2 things are such a perfect complement for each other, such an obvious balance. Ah, when you put it like that, you make me fall in love with life all over again. Arya, I didn't know you had such poetry in your heart. Thank you for sharing it with me. Finding the poetry in life may sound cheesy, but it is so necessary. Sadly, there are so many people spending their days complaining and focusing on what makes them hurt. So much frustration, anger, and sadness. It's true that life can be hard, but it's not a good or a bad thing. It's a complicated entanglement of many things that spin and spin until it stops spinning when you least expect it. Will you welcome death as the final chapter to all the delicious things your soul savored? Or will you ask yourself why you never got the chance to love as you realize all that could be and wasn't? Then there's other people, the ones that, as you say, see life as a decadent, juicy peach to be enjoyed to the last bite. It is so sweet to watch them die. Their soul truly sings, Arya, as they found the little miracles hidden in their day-to-day. They remember all the kisses, all the dances, all the laughter, every celebration where they ended up embracing the sun as it arose, surrounded by loved ones, so embriagated of life. They look so at peace, and as they take my hand, they tell me about all these beautiful memories. Milo takes your hand. How can you not love life when in between all the pain, it has the potential to harbor all that raw, aggressive beauty? Isn't everything weird and wonderful? If we had only met before, if you had had more time, we could love together. Imagine that.
No, I choose to focus on what's good. I am happy that we met now, Arya, and that I got to know you this well before you go. Come. Milo pulls you into a vibrant, passionate dance. Tomorrow will be a sad day, but also a wonderful day. Let's dance to life, and to all that makes this wild ride something so memorable. And to you and me. Let's dance forever till the world ends. Dance with me. They look at you so intensely, it's like they pierce the very core of yourself. Ah, so close to the end, and yet feeling like life is just blossoming into such a feast of emotions. But who cares? Today you dance. Today you dance forever. Doo-doo. The last day of summer is here. Did I win it back? Did I win you back? Please win you back. Today's the day. Today you die. Ooh, revealer of secrets. You unveiled the first secret ending. Hey, Arya. We both know what happens now. Are you ready? As ready as you'll ever be. Your big party goes off without a hitch. It's a true celebration of life. Your life. After several hours of dancing and fun, everyone has gone to watch the meteor shower or elsewhere. It has been beautiful, hasn't it? I've loved doing this with you. I didn't know you that well before, but now that I've helped arrange a celebration of your life, I think I know you much more better. And I must admit I like what I see. Okay, it should happen at any moment now. I'll get a ping on my phone for the gig. I asked to take any gig nearby tonight, so I should be the one bringing you to the other side. You two hold hands and wait. And wait. Weird. Let me check something. Oh. Oh. Okay, so, funny story. I think I misread the gig. It wasn't you who's dying tonight, but another Arya. It's a pretty common name, you know. Oh, if I only paid a bit more attention to my gigs. My bad. So you're not going to die? I mean, you will someday, but not tonight. Still, we could keep on celebrating life if you know what I mean. Milo starts undressing while entering the lake. They throw you a short, suggestive glance. Oh my. Your heart stops for a second, but like, in a good way. You join Milo in the lake. They're so free, so in love with life. It's inspiring. You could learn a lot from them, like how meaningless it is to worry about death when you could spend every minute basking in the earthly wonders of being alive. And that night you celebrate life in a feast of flesh and desire, because that's not hot at all. I won and I got a secret ending!
How's that a secret?
We went skinny dipping and I didn't die. You know, instead of normal going to the meteor shower. Yay! Before we knew it, those weeks were gone. It felt like a hot minute, and it felt like an entire lifetime. That night, as we saw summer coming to an end, we all wondered what would come for us next. It felt like the end of something big. Little did we know, life still had many wonders and misadventures in store for us. Now I'm older and I can see it, how those years became the foundation of the mythology of our lives. Broken hearts turned tragedies sung for centuries. Wild nights became epics treasured forever. Every kiss and every laugh is now a constellation we'll always find while gazing into the starry night, no matter how many years go by. Even today I can still close my eyes and I'm there, on that last summer night, feeling like I was just starting to live life. Whoosh. With all my friends around that campfire, so young and unafraid, and so ready to start.
So there's
Tumors. Those are Oz's tumors.
those are phobias now, apparently.
Apparently his tumors are phobias. Does that mean Oz is a giant phobia? Oh my gosh, that's a picture of Punch. It's a picture of Kool-Aid, but there's a heart in it. Look at that picture of heart. You've just unlocked the Flask Genie! Ooh. And Poison! You've unlocked the Stats Smoothie! That's pretty cool. New stuff in my gallery. Let's see what I got.
Right, I can't scroll. Ta-da! Swimming with the spirits. Backgrounds! We got more backgrounds. Oh, go back. A siren. But also a dude siren. Oh, look, it's you. Just look at that long flowing hair. And permanent facial hair. It's you. Love you. Oh yeah, Trials and Tribulations of Antonio the Ant. That was from last game. Character. We got new characters. Who did we get? Chameleon dude. Not Counselor Flodge. Oh yeah, that creepy outfit. Jerry. I'm Jerry. That's great. New drinks. Phobia shots. If you can't overcome your fears, why not drink them? Sounds like a bold plan to me. Imagination shots again. Protein shake. That's all we got so far. Woo! Canned brain! Cursed pen! And pinata pool toy! Special stuff. Ooh, what did we get? Some fishy music. This beautiful song is not worth it. What other fun adventures did we go on? Oh, look, the best disguise. Nope, Milo's biggest fan. Nope, that's it. That's it. We got more. Oh no, failed at confiscation, but succeeded at everything else. Yay! 2 runs completed, 2 ending pictures, 20 ending variations. Dang. Could have been unlocked, I guess. 14 of the background pictures, love log variations, character models 17 out of 68, and 107 out of 225 character variations. 26 outcomes out of 1,196. Dang, this is a big game. 28 events out of 367.
Played it twice. And got 26 outcomes.
Yeah, I've played it twice and gotten 26 outcomes. Because 13 events per game. Anyways, that's it for this week. We'll be playing again next week. Thanks for joining. Bye.